You are listening to the decision reel.
It don't matter. Final decision times on Rush Hour 2. Final decisions. What would we give it out of 10? Would we recommend it? And were we entertained? Tara threw in her phone
Which was 7.
review, but you know what?
Lofted.
If you ain't gonna be here, it don't count.
7. I gave it a 7 as well.
I gave it a 7. I would give it a 7 in a heartbeat.
Okay.
In a heartbeat. Did she give it a 7?
She did.
She gave it
Okay.
7. Why you give it 7?
Because it feels, when I think of a comedy movie, it feels like a contender for the comedy movie.
Oh.
So if I was to like put my personal ones up there, like I love Wedding Crashers, a couple other weird comedies that
Papa Good News.
don't necessarily are like
Old school.
Meet the Falkers. That's a good one.
that is good.
Old school.
It's a good one. I like that, but it's up there. It's not
Mhm.
it's not a shining star by any
Yeah,
means,
Sure,
but
sure.
it's cool, man. I like it. I watched. Another reason being, I watched it 2 months ago without being prompted. You know, and that's a good comedy for me.
That definitely shows
As
it's a
a-
good movie. I'm being made to watch it. No, I'm watching because I like it.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall, if I
Sure.
see that, I'm like, oh yeah, it'd be a
Let's
good
watch it.
thing. Would be a good watch, and that doesn't happen with comedies for me very often. So it probably has to be about a 7 for me to rewatch.
See,
And like I
Honest
said,
Wally here.
mine, it was all 3 were the only ones that I had to watch for a while. So I watched them a lot.
so
That's where I learned to love 'em.
Sentimental
Also, this
for
yeah,
Randy.
means
Yeah,
something
yeah.
to you too. Okay.
They're not really a good time, but I still did watch them and enjoyed them. It kind of gave me like a little escape.
It's a good time.
The movie's a good time.
Yeah.
When I watched them, probably not so much.
Oh,
I
like
get
in
what you're
saying.
the
Yeah,
period.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. There's
So
a,
you associate these movies with some not good times in your
Mhm.
life. So if you
but
watch
the
it, they come.
movies make it better.
I got you.
makes sense.
Got
Yeah,
you.
I'll take that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna give this an 8. I fucking
Good
love
for you.
Rush Hour, Rush Hour 2, even Rush Hour 3. I love this dynamic of Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. I love Chris Tucker in almost everything he's in.
Where's Talladega Nights at for you?
7.
7?
7. That's when like Will Ferrell started going down for me because he was doing the same shtick all
Blades
the
of
time.
Glory.
8.
So Blades of Glory and this are on the same tier
Yeah.
for Miscolzi?
Entertainment wise, they keep me coming back for more.
Man.
I will watch both of these movies at the same time. Like Blades of Glory and this, I would love to.
I would have
watch.
never pegged
you
Blades of
don't-
Glory being higher than this. That's like
It's
that's
not
like
higher,
we
it's
watched it
the
the other
same,
night.
same.
the same. So I wouldn't have pegged those or like so this sits up there. Ace Ventura.
Which one?
Second one.
But whichever. It doesn't matter.
Ace Ventura 1. I'm trying to remember what we gave it because we reviewed them.
Yeah.
I think I gave the first one a 7 and maybe the second one an 8.5 or an 8. But Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls is the superior film because of the joke delivery per minute and because of the time it came out with my life story.
Sure. I love the metrics of this shit.
Right.
I love asking you guys the important questions.
I
of
really
where
want to know
your-
if I was
your
close
grading
to that.
system is.
Yeah, if I'm consistent or not. I'm gonna go
I
back.
feel
and
like
see.
it's high for you. I feel like the Ace Ventura is high for
Oh
you.
yeah,
Like hands down.
there's
Something
something on the wing. Some thing.
Thing.
I'm sorry, you were saying?
You know where that originally came from?
Yeah, Star Trek.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he's portraying Captain Kirk.
Story
Are you
wise.
sure?
What do you mean story wise?
Maybe I'm wrong, but I
I couldn't
Tales
help
from
you.
the Crypt took that from an old classic 50s film
Maybe
about people
I
being
always figured.
terrified of airplanes
Oh, okay.
and shit being out
I
on
always
the wing.
figured he was.
I could be wrong.
He was doing Star Trek because in the first movie he does Star Trek as well. He's being
It
Captain
could be
Kirk.
from Star Trek because Star Trek's also old as fuck.
Right. It could be. Yeah. Bloop, bloop. Captain's log. Stargate. 2153. He's doing that the whole movie. Come on. So
Anyways.
yeah. Anyways, back to the Rush Hour. 8 out of 10 for me. When this movie, while this movie is showing kind of its age, with regards to blatant racist shit, it's still a fun ride, right? That never stops once it starts going, and the combo, like I said, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker is just dynamite to me. So
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
yeah, 8 out of 10. This movie's entirely rewatchable at all times for me. Like if it's on
a clickable
TV,
one
yeah.
for me too.
Oh yeah,
100%.
And it doesn't matter where you come into the movie at, you're in it.
A good question. Has everyone given their score?
Mhm.
Yeah.
A good question is dynamic duos. Let's do comedy ones real quick.
So
comedy
obvious-
dynamic duos of all. So you have like Will Ferrell, John C. Riley. You have
Solid.
Will Ferrell, Owen Wilson.
well, I would almost before that I would go
Ben
Owen
Stiller,
Wilson
Owen
and Vince Vaughn.
Okay, that's what I meant.
Oh,
That's
that's a
what I
good
meant.
one.
Sorry.
Yeah, like Google or whatever
That's
that
good
shit
too.
is that they did that
the
and
internship.
yeah, internship. Yeah, there's a
What's
couple
your
of duos.
googliness?
What kind of
But
what
also
kind of dynamic
James
duos?
Franco and what's his fucking name?
Oh,
Yeah.
Steve-
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen. Yeah,
That's also a good one. I like that.
comedy dynamic duos.
Yeah.
And it could go as far as the
I
Jay
like
and
them.
Silent Bob shit. What do you think?
Oh,
Who's-
that's good too.
It can go deep.
So
This
you're
was
saying,
a hard
Are
one.
you saying
What
is the best dynamic
Comedy duo.
comedy of all time?
That's a hard one.
Laurel and Hardy,
What?
the guys that did the Who's on First.
Oh, the original shit.
Yeah.
You're
No,
talking like the
so, okay, we're talking,
original
like,
black and white shit.
Let's bring it back.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure. No, that's genius. That's in this movie. It's in Rush Hour. The whole fucking scene with them in the robes is stolen from that.
a
Like,
lot of
Who
everything
and
is stolen
Me
from that,
and yeah.
Well, that's the third movie.
Whatever. I'm trying hard right now, Steve. This doesn't help at all.
I don't know. That's a loaded question
by
because
Jack Daniels.
like who would the best comedy? But then you can look at Jim Carrey and Christopher
Dumb and
Daniels.
Dumber.
Yeah.
You can look
That's good
at
too.
It's hard, man. It's a hard question to ask. It is a story.
I think
as
I
old
would
as
have to
time.
say John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell.
They're a big one only because they've done so many
Yeah.
solid ones
Yeah.
together, right? So Talladega,
Mm-hmm.
almost every movie that Will Ferrell was in that's
Shake and
notable.
Bake.
Yeah, that's notable.
Yeah.
He was in there with him also as a secondary. That's
Yeah.
fucking slapping.
Yeah.
You know?
If you don't chew
So
Big
what more
Red,
do you
then
need
fuck
But it's
you.
not about
you know?
bulk, it's about best duo. So it's like the comedic value between two individuals.
Right, because if you look
Well,
at
they're
Dumb and
both
Dumber, I
hilarious together.
was gonna say
They
if you
are,
look
they
at Dumb
are.
and Dumber and you look at Step Brothers, what's
Dumb
the better
and
movie?
Dumber. Like the what is it called? The
The
two
dynamic,
Yeah, exactly.
right? Because they're also
they
best
work
friends,
together.
but they're also idiots, but they're also trying to play against each other to get
Yeah,
the girl, but
and
they
it's
also
like
hate each
loving
other,
at
but
the
then they
same
love
time.
each other. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's great. Where
a
Step
good one.
Brothers, it's yeah.
It's just fucking weird comedy the whole time.